It's week 6 of the NFL, and all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson. He comes in 5th in passing touchdowns so far. It's the Ravens and the Commanders, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Raven team as they get ready here. They're off to a terrific start, unbeaten at 5-0 through the first month and change.
And you can hang a lot of this early success on their defense, too. They're the tone setters for these guys, and the entire team feeds off of what they do.
But meanwhile, for the visiting Commanders, they come into this one knowing it's been a while since tasting victory. They've dropped 4 in a row.
Can they remember what it was like to win a game? In these types of situations, you're looking for someone to inspire you, and it doesn't have to be one of your best players either.
Set to go now in week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So the Commanders make their way out on offense for the first time here. And it's the rookie Jaden Daniels, the number 2 overall pick, leading the way.
And no excitement unless you're on the defensive team of last week in his numbers. Because the only excitement he really generated was the 1 interception he threw.
Yeah, no touchdown passes.
Yeah, and his team wasn't real thrilled about that. And they lost the game. So I know this week has been tough on him because he's been working hard. Fundamentals, footwork, finding the right targets. And bottom line, how do they get a win?
And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Yeah, look at this Baltimore defense against the pass. Just numbers that they haven't liked. Number 30 in the league right now.
You know, when actors get ready for a scene, they often ask the question, what's my motivation? But what's the motivation of this group? What's their mindset? What's the problem that they have? Will they create an identity that allows them to get better?
Open man is Noah Brown. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. Well, this defense for the Ravens, they were very good in the victory a week ago over Cincinnati.
And the big difference in the ball game, their ability to force turnovers, 3 of them in fact. Being able to take the ball away, give it back to their offense, that's something that's emphasized each and every week, and they carried it out.
They'll run for the first time with Isaiah Spiller. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. It's a first down for Washington on a pickup of 11. 3rd and short, so didn't need much, but got a little extra on the backside. Nice run.
Chewed up the yardage, didn't he? To me, that was offensive line with leverage, good blocking angles, taking on a stacked defensive front. And once they chopped that little hole in the beginning, he took it and rambled.
And just the 3rd play from scrimmage, wanted to avoid the 3 and out and did just that. Adafe Owe there on the tackle.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Now Spiller on the toss left side. Well, they nearly sprung him that time as he takes this all the way down to the 37. It's a first down Washington on a pickup of 18.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
On 1st and 10 is Spiller. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Brought down on the play by Trenton Simpson.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
And a nice job to break free of 1 tackle, but it slowed his momentum somewhat, and he's taken down right after. 4 yards there on the keeper, but still going to bring up a 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Throwing now is Daniels. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. The veteran Kyle Van Noy in there to drop him. express way on 4th down is sent out to punt. Deontay Hardy back deep. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. Here comes the Ravens on offense, and the man in charge from Louisville, the former MVP, Lamar Jackson.
And they are in rhythm on offense because of him. I mean, right now he's got everything going the way he wants to, finding the receivers the way he wants to, looking over defenses. No interceptions is the number I lock in on. Before a touchdown pass isn't so bad either.
Yeah, what a game he had last week. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 16. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
From the 23, here's a 2nd down and 4. They'll run it again with Henry. And he'll manage only a couple here up to the 25. You talk about this Washington defense. They find themselves just a couple of spots outside of the top 10 defending the pass, number 12 in the league.
So prepping for this game, I kept asking myself the question, what's keeping this group from being top 10 in the league against the pass?
And?
Too many mistakes, especially little mistakes. And those add up into big mistakes. Big mistakes add up into points against you.
They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. The Ravens at a perfect 5-0 here to begin the campaign. And they've certainly found their groove of late. Winners of 5 in a row.
And this team is absolutely playing their best football right now. This is the best that we've seen them play in a long time, partner. Sky's the limit as far as they're concerned. Their confidence really soaring.
Here's Jackson. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he is going to lose yardage here. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
From the gun, a give to Mitchell. Shoves him aside and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. I really enjoy watching Lamar Jackson run those RPOs, Charles, but I'll tell you what, it's tough calling play-by-play because you don't know whether he handed it off or kept it.
Makes you focus, doesn't he? You've got to try and stay with it, and even when we do, we often can get it wrong because our eyes naturally go to him because he creates big plays. But if you're a runner and you're playing with Lamar Jackson, aren't you happy? He creates so much concentration on him. It should open up things for you.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
In motion left, Bateman. They go play action with Jackson. Checks this one down. It's Mitchell. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That's complete left side to Bateman. And he will have a Ravens first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
Got his man complete over the middle. It's Jones. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark it down at the 9. And give him a gain of 37.
This is what made the West Coast offense a staple around the NFL in the 80s and 90s. You don't have to push the ball deep downfield to come up with big plays, and there's an example of that right there.
The chain gang hustling to catch up. Here's 1st and goal from just inside the 10. Off the option, here's Henry. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. It's a loss of 8 there on the first down play.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. No score after 1 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Baltimore. It's the Ravens in possession as they come up now 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. So from outside the red zone now after the sack, a long 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jackson. And he's going to go down again. Dorrance Armstrong. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. Tucker's kick is good, and the Ravens strike first at 3-zip. So a pretty good opening drive. That'll make the home fans somewhat happy. They wanted 6, but they got 3 in the early lead.
And they should be happy. The guys look good getting down the field. That's got to give them a little bit of hope that good things are in store here today for them.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Commanders' offense and their quarterback coming out for their 2nd drive. And he's been very impactful when using his legs this year, both when the pocket breaks down and by design. You notice his name sits near the top when looking at the league leaders in rushing yards by a quarterback. Now Daniels. That's caught. Allen Robinson. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a first down.
Yeah, that's a good start to drive number 2. Remember, they had to punt the first time they had it. So maybe a little bit different sense of purpose here. And they start out with a nice gain and a quick first down.
And they'll let the quarterback keep it here on 1st and 10. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The decision to keep it turns out to be a good one. 11 yards in the first down. To the air goes Daniels. Eluding the pressure right. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
As we both know, there was a lot that went into why they made him their first-round pick this year. And part of it was what they saw in college, his playmaking ability when things break down. As soon as he saw he wasn't getting a lane to throw, he pivoted and found an alternate way to the marker.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Daniels looking to throw. Flush to his right. And he'll slide to a halt here. Still a little shy of the first down marker. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Here's Daniels. Throw left side is complete on the diving effort. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 17-yard line. 12 yards that time for number 12 as they move the chains. They show run with 3 tight ends here on 1st down. Straight ahead, it's Spiller. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Daniels. And he's got McCaffrey open, complete. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. To throw is Daniels. And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Cade York on now for the field goal. From the left hash, this will be a 41-yarder. York able to send this one through, and that will tie us at 3-3. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well, and kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And he'll be stopped up at the 25. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And they had a long drive last time, but they had to settle for a field goal, and I'm sure that's how it felt to them, settling. They probably should have gotten in the end zone.
Yeah, not out-and-out joy, right? Because that's what you get when you put the ball in the end zone. But there are benefits to that type of a long drive. Your defense gets a chance to take a break, adjust a little bit, maybe get themselves ready to get back out on the field and play a little bit better. So they'll take the benefit even though they wanted the 6 points.
Yeah, maybe wore down the other defense. We'll see. So a 5-yard run the other way in the wrong direction, and that leads us to 2nd and 15. From the gun, it's Jackson. Man open, here's Jones. Still going. And he almost made it, but just short. Finally out of bounds, right down around the goal line. A big play there on the catch and run, and even 80 yards.
Oh, man, disappointment that he couldn't finish that off in the end zone. What an effort there, doing all he can to get to the pylon, and he's going to wind up out of bounds just short. But a huge play there, going to set him up with 1st and goal from very short range.
And he will take it in for a Ravens touchdown. A great play there. His 3rd rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they can't bring him down. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Washington offense going back to work. Just a lone field goal for him so far, trailing 10-3 as they come up 1st and 10. A handoff to Spiller to begin the drive. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Well, this guy can be everywhere. Kyle Hamilton getting there to drop him for a loss.
Yeah, another negative play in an early down situation. This one to start the drive. You're putting a lot of pressure on your quarterback to bail you out when you're in 2nd and long yardage.
The slot man in motion right. Now Daniels going to give it up on the touch pass. Oh, and that is well read defensively. A great job of setting the edge, and that little touch pass is going to turn into a loss. This defense not fooled one bit on that touch pass.
And this has become one of those kind of in vogue plays, you know, kind of like the shuffle pass was a few years ago. This one never got off the ground, but you understand why a lot of teams are running it. These wide receivers, a lot of them, they run like running backs with the ball in their hands.
And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. That's going to bring up 4th down, only a gain of 2 there. Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Able to slither by. That'll be a 43-yard punt, just a single yard on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. So here are the Ravens to take over on offense. Remember, they're riding that 5-game winning streak, and right now in the driver's seat in this ball game as well. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He's got his man. It's Andrews. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. And Jones will go in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. And he's just going to run right into that big old defensive end. And that play going nowhere. Now a pause, and there's an injured Raven in need of some assistance. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. Here's 3rd and 7. To throw is Jackson. And this is incomplete. Oh, it looked like he had a pretty good line on that one. That would have been a big play, but he could not pull it in. Concentration, so key on a ball like that. It's hard. I know how difficult it is, but that's a ball you've got to come up with. And instead, a big play is going to slip through their fingers, literally and figuratively. Fair catch called for and made at the 16 or maybe the 17-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Daniels. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Operating from the gun. Daniels. That's complete. Terry McLaurin with it. And he's brought down. Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Drops it underneath to Spiller. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up 3rd down.
They certainly thought he had an open.
I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official. They'll look to throw again. Setting up the screen. Here's Spiller. And he's going to have a gain of 11 to the 11 before he's brought down. 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Complete yet again to Spiller. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and it's 2nd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
So on 3rd down, the field goal unit will come out as they'll try to get 3 before half. From the left half, should be a fairly easy one here. York able to send this one through, and that'll bring them back within 4. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
All that remains is to snap this once, and that'll do it for the 1st half of play. So we're at halftime here in the Inner Harbor with the hometown Ravens on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready. Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the 2nd half. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens ready to receive it, and they've got the lead as well as we resume play in the 2nd half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And a good return, able to get out across the 35 to the 36. The Ravens offense and their quarterback set to take the field once more. And he continues to show off his ability to run the football when the opportunity is right. He is the NFL leader in rushing yards from the QB position. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they've got the lead. CD, what do you think the message was at halftime?
I don't think the message was too drastic, I think, at the half, or that they need to change things too much. I do think the offensive line could play a little bit better. And I think they'll try and help them out more. They'll probably keep a tight end in a few more times and maybe add a running back to the formation to pick up those pass rushers, because they probably allowed a few too many sacks for comfort in the 1st half. Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run and the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
Jones has it. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. It's a 1st down, his 4th catch of the game after having 3 in the 1st half. Jackson, option right. A good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. And that'll go for a gain of 18 on the keeper. First down. A shotgun handoff to Henry. And trying to push forward, but he is going to be stuffed up in the backfield. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
They go play action now. Jackson. A short throw caught by Andrews. And he is out of bounds, but first he gets it inside the 10 to the 7. A big play there on the catch and run. And it'll give him a fresh set of downs. They snap it at 1. Now it's Jackson. To the end zone, but knocked away and incomplete.
I like the calmness of how he played the ball here. No panic in his eyes as that throw arrived. Tracked it from the moment it left the quarterback's hand, and that's just where he needed to be to knock it away.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. And the slot man goes in motion left. Now Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Down near the goal line, things really get physical. You're always anticipating a running play, but when they do throw it, things happen quickly. A little bit of a bang-bang play there that falls incomplete.
They've been so good on 3rd down all day long. Can they convert another here on 3rd and goal? And that one goes incomplete on the drop. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down. How about the defensive stand here from 1st and goal? 3 straight incompletion.
Yeah, I think people are wondering why didn't they try and run it at least once in there. But once the first incompletion happened, it's almost like they were committed to throwing the ball from then on out.
Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though, 3 points for the opening drive of the 3rd quarter. Slot man moves right. Now they show jet sweep, but instead a run up the middle here. And not much there. Maybe a yard up to the 24.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
Right back to Spiller on 2nd down. Good footwork at the 30. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
Throwing now is Daniels. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he's going to have a Commander's first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that one was a lot of fun right there, because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short. Blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Odafe Oweh in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
He saw the pressure and he got out, but he never got upfield. And the defense, they took full advantage of a rookie mistake there. They were able to add a big loss on the sack.
Back to throw. Daniels over the middle. That's complete to McCaffrey. So the completion good for 7 there. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Dancing to his left. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. It's a return of 4 following a 42-yard punt. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it. Forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize. Like going to the county fair, you don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
In motion goes the tight end. 2nd down, they go again with Henry. And he'll scratch out only about a yard up to the 32.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
Now a 3rd and 6. From the gun, Jackson. He completes it to Jones. And I don't think he got there, no. He's short by maybe a foot, maybe. Call it 4th and inches.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. They'll run for it with Henry. And this is going to be nowhere close. Needed some inches and ended up losing yardage. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. They run behind center with Spiller. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6.
It'd be hard to say that a defense wouldn't be ready for a 1st down run. When you can gain that kind of yardage against a defense that's really kind of geared to stop that play, your confidence has to rise, and now you've actually opened up your playbook. If you want to throw the ball now for play action, you're good to go.
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him. And it has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the 3rd quarter of action. Back now in Baltimore. It's Washington with the football, but trailing here as we begin quarter number 4. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for this next possession. And he's been a real threat, not just with the arm, but with the wheels as well. NFL's leader amongst quarterbacks in terms of rushing touchdowns. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead. They'll start with a run by Mitchell. And he'll go down at the 26, following a gain of 6.
Good push from the offensive line, and they've done well so far to build this lead. Now, they've got to get things to the finish line, and that's a solid pickup there to begin the drive.
Tenth carry now for Derrick Henry. Trying to keep those big legs churning, but he's going to go down in the backfield. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5. Play action. It's Jackson. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. His first punt, 45 yards. This looks good as well. Dances by him. It's a 46-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Well, they'll run it here on the jet sweep. And that is not fooling anyone. He never had a chance to turn the corner there, and they'll go backwards right away. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So the completion good for 6 yards. And now it's 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the 1st down. Daniels from the gun on 3rd down. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the 1st down. Great way to convert on 3rd down there. 21 yards the play. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. And he's going to be stopped at about the 37. He'll pick up 7 there on the 1st down keeper.
Well, that's what he can do, when he keeps the football. It's not a huge gain, but it shows how hard it can be to stop it.
Yeah, and I thought the defense had that one pretty well contained, and in fact, they probably came up and felt pretty good about what they did. Then they looked up and realized he still got good yardage out of it. He's a tough guy to stop.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2.
Well, we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play. Well, I think we were both wondering if we were going to see them try and push it deep downfield, facing a 1-possession deficit late, and they certainly didn't disappoint. They gave it an effort.
Daniels going to throw for it. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs.
Washington goes for it, but it does not pan out.
And the Ravens are going to get the football back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Their defense forced the turnover on downs. They've got the lead. They're in good shape, but can't go into a shell here, right? Still got to be careful.
Yeah, because they're still a long way away from kneel down time. So they've got to work on getting first down.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
A first down carry for Henry. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
If you can keep getting gains like that, Charles, with the lead here in the fourth quarter, I mean, keep running it, right?
No doubt about it, but what the offense coordinator has to do is understand. They're going to continue to stack the line of scrimmage. What runs do you have in your arsenal that'll work against a stacked box and continue to move the ball?
Henry again on second down.
And he tries to power forward, but he will not get back to the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key third down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity, because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key third down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go.
Pass taken in by his big tight end. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington 16.
12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
Now it's Jackson.
Pass out left, finds Kohler.
And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
It's all pretty simple sometimes, isn't it? Go where the defenders are not, and he does exactly that. Makes a nice catch to move the chains. Defense got to find a better way of accounting for the shorter routes that are being run against them.
Henry will take this into the end zone. It's a Ravens touchdown.
You think back to some of the great goal line bruisers of the past, the Earl Campbells, the John Riggins, the Marshawn Lynches. I think you can put Derrick Henry right in that group as he scores there with another patented Derrick Henry run.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. That time a 6-play drive. And Derrick Henry able to finish it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The Commanders' offense returning to the field.
And a drive that stalled out last time. Went for it on fourth. Didn't get it. How does that translate here? I would imagine momentum's with the defense.
Definitely with the defense, because anytime anyone goes for it on fourth down, that's telling you as a defense that you can't stop us. We don't think that you can. And when you actually do, that may put a little dent in the confidence of the offense the next time they hit the field.
Yeah, we'll see if they can bring that pride, the offense, this go-around. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
To throw is Daniels.
On the screen, complete to Spiller. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball, because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter.
Time becoming a factor, down 2 scores, though they have 2 timeouts and, of course, the 2-minute warning to work with as well.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back.
And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
To the air goes Daniels.
And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely four-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the first down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
This pass finds Brown in the comeback route.
And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 30.
Daniels looking to throw.
That's going to be caught. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Terry McLaurin, his 4th touchdown on the year.
And the Commanders have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th.
Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion.
Daniels going to try and throw for it.
He's got it at the 2. And he is not going to get in here. So the decision to go for 2 does not pay off as they're unable to cut any further into their deficit. So here we go. They'll need the recovery, obviously, then a touchdown and a 2-point conversion to tie. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now that they've given up that type of field position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
We got to have 2 hands on the football here as they run on first down. The Commanders going to use the second of their timeouts.
And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down.
An option give now to Mitchell.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage.
Now we get a stoppage because, as you can see, a member of the Commanders in some obvious discomfort. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming.
Jackson firing quickly out wide for Bateman. Here's 3rd and 3. To the right side, into the hands of Flowers. And he has the Ravens first down, and it would appear that that's going to be the one to do it.
It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one. And this defense, they needed that one more stop to have any chance, but that completion, that's likely going to seal their fate.
And you could hear it in your voice, that one more stop.
I feel their pain.
Oh, it was so important. They just didn't get it done. Wow, what a way to finish this one off.
Well, you really can't ask for much more than what we just had here. Not only a close game that went down to the wire, Charles, but a clean one, too. No turnovers in this contest.
And I think you're exactly right about that. To me, this is just a pair of offenses trying to find the slightest bit of separation from each other. And they were both hoping that the other side would make the big mistake first. But today, neither side made that mistake. And what we got, a very entertaining game throughout.
So for the Ravens, they remain as hot as anyone at 6-0 now. through the first month and a half. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Meanwhile, for Washington, the losses are piling up as they drop to 1-5 now. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for